installment
the
audio
GQ
people.
Wrestling Podcast.
And our audio listeners, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 41 of GQ Wrestling Podcast. And I would just like to start out by saying, go home, take a nap, drink some milk.
That's true.
It's been an interesting few days in wrestling. Raw was amazing. SmackDown was...
It was equally as good. Just wasn't
all right.
It wasn't the best one, but Monday Night Raw was the best.
Also, I have really just one talking point about NXT that I want to bring up.
Cool.
So, that being said, we're just gonna hop right in, and here we go.
Welcome everybody to another episode of GQ Wrestling Podcast. My name is Justin. That's Garrett.
Hello.
He needs some milk.
I got the swag on.
It's right there. It's right there. Thank you to the people who have gone onto the store and spent your hard-earned money on our stupid shit that's in the store.
I would just like to say that I was kind of skeptical about the shirts,
As you should.
but after putting this shirt on,
It's comfy, isn't it?
these are they're high quality. And
Crisp.
I put the tank top on, and it's,
Perfect.
dude, it's so good.
See,
One, the thing is you know how I am about the tank tops
Very much
because I
so.
wear them in the summer.
you do.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
They're fantastic. I talked to my sister,
Mm.
and because I posted the thing on
Yes,
Facebook, and
you
my
did.
sister commented on it. She's like, "We're buying the Tribal Goose shirts soon." I was
So,
like, "Sweet."
I've got two different versions of the Tribal Goose shirt now in two different colors via good old boy Ryan.
Yeah.
And his amazing production quality. I will show you them right now, actually. It is fantastic. Because he does such an amazing job behind the scenes with all this stuff, with our stupid ideas.
Right.
So he obviously has knowledge of Tribal Goose, but also in red. Or you can put it on a white shirt or a lighter shirt, and you can still see it.
We should see if we can get a picture of a swan,
Mm.
and it could be the final boss.
Ooh. If I could ever... The Goose has not come back since that second video that went completely crazy. 20,000 views. I haven't seen it. It's like its friends have been around, but not him, per se. What you doing? Why are you wearing an LA hat?
Why not?
Not fair. Well, because this is our favorite time of the year. Football is over, sadly. But the best sport is...
Over.
The best sports starting tomorrow. Baseball is back. Diehard baseball fan. There it is. Diehard Cubby. He's a diehard Yankee. He's wearing an LA hat, but he's a Yankee fan. Tomorrow is the opening day of baseball. Cubs kick off with the defending champion, Texas Rangers in Texas. Who knows? Honestly, it could be a blowout. It could be an even match. It just depends on what Cubs team shows up.
Well, at least you don't have to play the Astros.
The cheaters.
Yeah.
Trash cans and all?
Yeah.
Is it at home?
I didn't look.
But it's against the Stros.
Yeah, it doesn't.
But you have Nasty
Nasty Nestor is the starting pitcher on opening day, which is a huge deal
Huge.
for Nestor Cortez.
And hopefully your one guy stays healthy without getting a hangnail this year.
He might stub his toe going around the bases.
But
Did you see the new base running rule?
yes, I did see the new base running rule.
I mean,
Well, you're talking about the fielding rule where you can't block
yes.
second base. So if
Yes.
you're going at second base, you have to be behind the bag to be able to tag.
Yeah.
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 I don't know. It saves injuries, I guess, but also, baseball is hard to...
Get trucked!
Sure.
That's what's going to happen.
Also-
somebody's going to get fucking trucked.
More than likely.
I hope.
Well, it's not like back in the day where you could obliterate a catcher.
Wait, you can't do that anymore?
No, you can't obliterate catchers. That's the Buster Posey rule.
Hey, if you're standing along the baseline and you're blocking the plate, chances are you're gonna get trucked.
Yeah, see, they when Buster Posey was in front of the plate and then broke his leg several years ago, they put in the Buster Posey rule where if you're a catcher, you need to either be to the side of the plate or away from the plate, so the runner has a right of way through, but you could still be able to tag. It's kind of like the same thing from first to second. You can't be in front of the bag anymore.
Sit your ass right on home plate.
Just my plate. Get away from me.
Fuck them.
Fair enough. No, baseball. I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm happy baseball is back. Now, the only thing about living in the Midwest for me is that I can't watch all of my games, and I have to watch them in Goose! Was he tribal looking?
I don't know. I don't even know where he went. He's out there somewhere.
He went that way. He went out to the pond.
Yes.
He did went out to the pond. But, anyways, what I was saying about the shirts. When I was doing all the research for the website and the shirts, that one came to mind. My sister directed me to that site because she has her own podcast that she has. It's called Tea and Twits. She has her own thing that she has, and she has shirts for her website, and she goes, this is probably the best website to use. Go ahead and look at this. The shirts were quality, fantastic. I love the feel of them, and even the hat too. So for the humanoids out there that have gone onto our website, hey, thanks for buying our dumb shit.
Yeah,
honestly,
leave us reviews.
Yeah, honestly,
leave reviews on the website.
Tell us what you want. Tell us what you need. Like, are the emails attached there? It comes directly. What you really want.
We're so fucking dumb.
If you want to know more about the website, it's going to be linked in the bio right down there. You can also see our other sponsor that we have with W Energy. This is linked in the sponsor right down there. You'll hear all about it in the middle of the podcast. So, with that being said,
this ice is from Monday.
It holds its ice pretty dang well. Thanks, Stanley Cups. Anywho, let's just break it down a little bit.
Break it down.
Monday Night Raw.
Are we gonna
from top to bottom?
Are we not gonna talk about SmackDown?
No, we'll get there. I just was so excited about Monday Night Raw.
Would it make sense to talk about them in order?
Nah, I don't like doing that. I don't like order.
Whatever.
You want to?
It's your show.
Sure. SmackDown was crazy too, but Monday Night Raw just overshadowed every bit of SmackDown to me. Like, don't get me wrong, I watched SmackDown. I watched it with the kids. It was a good show, but everything that they built on SmackDown just got completely overshadowed by Monday.
Well, I think it built into Monday. Realistically,
my eyeball started freaking out there. Still freaking out. Ow.
Stop it.
Okay, I will say
Scare
this.
the children.
I love my children. The one thing that I did like and see a lot of other podcasts notice too was the similarities of the Avengers and Thanos and everything like that. And if you didn't,
Seth wearing the red with the gold.
Mm-hmm. If you didn't witness Friday Night SmackDown, at the very end of the night, Roman Reigns and Cody had their official face-off 2 weeks before WrestleMania.
They did a rap song?
Yes, 100%. Face-off. No, get your face-off. I can't do it. I loved every bit of what Roman had to say. Cody, took every bit what Roman said. But I did like the whole boys assemble, and they came from the crowd, but then all Cody did was did his little and then his boys came out of the crowd. Now, I thought Roman made a really good point, and I wanted to talk about it. Roman saying, hey, one time, me and Seth were boys too. That's my little brother. But look what he did to me. Look what we had a more tighter bond than you guys. What makes you think that he won't do the same to you? And honestly, it never crossed my mind. It really never did. That Seth might flip.
I've been saying it all along.
It never crossed my mind to literally thinking that Seth in the middle of the match might do.
Do you just not listen when I talk?
I usually tune you out. Usually,
Okay.
But you do the same to me, so
Sorry, what?
Exactly.
No,
I've
been saying all along that the likelihood of someone turning on someone in this match is incredibly high.
I thought it would have been Dwayne and Roman, not Seth and Cody.
Realistically, I think right now, Roman is very much playing the part of the heel.
Oh, 100%.
And is going to turn on Roman because...
Rock?
Yes.
Okay, you said Roman.
I said Rock will turn on
Rock will
Roman.
turn on Roman. Okay.
Because he, without being acknowledged as such, Rock thinks that he is the tribal chief, and I feel like he looks at Roman Reigns as a pretender to that seat.
I think that's a really good edging, because when you think about what Friday looked like, and then so that Friday night, that last segment on Friday goes right into Monday night, where Cody's cutting a great promo. Like, Cody was doing amazing. Everybody's pointing at the WrestleMania sign, and I won't lie.
If you smell,
I won't even lie. I'm sitting in that chair.
Goosebumps.
But I also said out loud, he wasn't slated to be there at all. Mm-hmm. And the kids are like, that's really weird. Why would he? But he did amazing, for the sake of, he didn't even have to say a word.
Yeah.
He just did his thing, which, by the way, if you looked at the back monitors, it said Final Boss now on it. Mm-hmm. It did, like last week, it didn't have it. This week, Final Boss is on the screen now. There was an homage to Black Adam on there at one point too. Saw the lightning bolt with it. Him coming out, talking to Cody by just saying a couple words that pissed him off. And anybody who's really good at lip reading, if you want to go back and watch what Rock said to Cody, and you could try to get it out there, by all means, please. But no one has so far got what he said.
Right.
And
it's a tag team tournament.
Yes.
Okay.
To be able to face for the titles
that are vacant
at the Dynasty. Oh, as we all know, if you were watching, we've got Dynamite on in the background, so you get live reactions at the same time. With that, we'll pause. Because we have Matthew and Nicholas.
In our World Tag Team Championship tournament against a team that defeated you in the first...
What is this, an ambush? With your negativity, unprofessional, Renee. Good Lord, is this how you conduct your interviews? Where's Alex Marvez? Where is he?
Okay. We'll circle back to your question.
I want him to conduct this interview.
Chill out.
No,
chill out.
He's better looking than you.
All right. I have a couple items I want to talk about. First, we came back here to AEW a couple months ago with a couple of goals and objectives. Our first one being, we wanted to retire Sting's old ass.
Dumb smile.
We did just that. A second one was to restructure the Elite. And how did we do that? We made a little bit of room, and we brought in the Rainmaker, Kazuchika Okada. Speaking of Okada, did you see his big Continental title win last week? Holy crap, wasn't that awesome? And he did that all on his own, but big surprise. Everybody's talking about that backstage. Like, he did that fair and square. Of course he did. Just like how we are going to do tonight. So we asked the Rainmaker, hey, come, chill out, watch from the back. We got this, right? Back to your question. Our biggest goal, the most important goal out of all of those things, is to get our AEW World Tag Team titles back. And you mentioned the upset, and you know what? That ruined my life for an entire year, but that's okay. What do you do to right that wrong? Well, you beat them tonight. You beat Private Party. Because, listen, lightning never strikes the same place twice, Renee.
Please go tease
okay? And we'll be one step closer to getting our damn titles back. But anyway, let's have a great show. You're doing a good job. You're awesome. You're so good at this. Just one note. Maybe try smiling a little bit more. Okay? Just that's it. Anyway, let's go!
It's so stupid.
I fucking love those guys.
Anyway.
And I hate them at the same time.
Yeah, you have to. Anyways,
God.
I think the overall opening segment with Cody and Rock was amazing, and then them doing these segues now through the curtain and going out and actually talking to them right after it happens, or something's going on in the background here, there, here, there, here, there. Where's my flip it plate? There we are.
Also, did you see that? I don't remember who they were talking to in the back, but in the very back, you see the wise man in all of his bald-headed glory, talking with one Drew McIntyre.
So it was DIY
That's
talking
yep,
to the New Day, which then Miz and
yep,
Truth came out, and we're talking there.
That's right.
Yes, I did notice. Actually, if you've noticed in a lot of backstage promos lately, Paul was hiding in the background ominously in random different non sequiturs.
Well, and there was
so on Friday he did the same thing too.
There was another one. God, who the hell was it? Andrade and Dominic were talking in one of those.
So on Friday, Drew was doing an interview, and in the background, hiding behind bleachers, he was creepily doing that stupid grin that he always does.
Paul Heyman so much.
There was a lot of Paul being there.
Truly one of the greatest,
I will say,
minds.
Rock did beat a milestone this past week. He has now officially been on television more than Roman Reigns has all year.
Are we surprised by that?
No, but I really think it's funny that the guest star has had more opinion.
That the part-timer's been on TV more than the champion?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that leads me to a humbling question that I posed it last week, but I've really deep dive into it more this past couple days. What if they officially squash Cody like no other out WrestleMania and end it, and Roman still keeps going for the consecutive days?
So
he goes for Backlund streak.
I actually had this conversation with someone recently, and I posed the same question. I was like, what happens? Not if,
no,
when.
When it happens.
Not if, when. What happens when Cody doesn't win? Does he go back to Monday Night Raw with his tail tucked in between his legs to take on Drew McIntyre for the World Heavyweight title?
At that point, that's all you can do, or go after Gunther for the IC, because, no offense, we're not going with predictions yet. Like, next week we'll go a little heavier into WrestleMania, but I don't see Sammy winning the IC against Gunther at WrestleMania.
I do.
Do you really?
Yep.
Why is there Ferrari on the screen? Who's in the Ferrari? Oh, Kazuchika.
Okada.
Good for him. He knows how to drive a stick.
Yes. I think Sammy beats him because with Seth, I'm going to say there's a 97% chance that Seth loses to Drew McIntyre at Mania.
I agree.
Therefore, going home, taking a nap, drinking some milk.
Yeah.
So then you have to have a top-level contender right now for that belt. And it's not Phil.
Evidently, though, we get Phil at WrestleMania now, though.
Great.
So
I am going to hate the entire commentary team.
But,
Yay!
But he's only on for that one match. He's only on for the heavyweight match. That's it.
I said what I said.
Well, you'll hate less of Pat McAfee. He won't be you'll like Pat. So you'll go Pat, Cole, Punk. Yeah.
Graves, Pat,
no.
Cole.
Graves, they're doing back and forth.
Graves, Barrett, McAfee, Cole, Punk.
It's I think
Actually, no.
Put Barrett up there.
Graves, Barrett, Cole, McAfee,
You
the
don't.
Spanish announce team,
Whoa. What about the Germans?
the Russian announce
The
team.
German announce team?
I love the German announce team.
They're up here.
They're up here.
They're up here.
Phil's down here.
Phil's on the floor.
Phil's on the floor.
Phil's on the floor.
Phil's on the floor.
So that will segue into because they were in Chicago. You have to have your obligatory
Of course.
Punk.
CM Punk. Cheap pop.
They did. I will say they did sell out the Allstate Arena. They did sell out 15,000 seats, which is huge. That's the most seats they've sold at the Allstate Arena in some time.
Yeah, they did a shitload of production kills. Did you see how short the entrance ramp was?
So I said this, and I got different answers, but I will say this is what I said. And I was talking to Rich about this during the opener.
I'm so glad I'm not in that chat anymore.
No. It's this is just our private one that we have. Where is
Oh,
it?
the one that you were going to invite me to and then didn't?
Me and
Just you and him?
it's just me and him a long time ago. We've been chatting for a while. Where is it at? He said, as much as I'd prefer AEW, WWE is crushing it right now. Almost a dozen shows completely sold out. Chicago with over 15,000 in attendance tonight. And I said, yeah. And I said, it low key, it gave me house show vibes. Because if you've ever been to a house show, they've got the modified smaller screen, the shorter ramp. And what he said, it reminded him of early 90s Raw. The toned down LEDs with the black graphics keeps the modern production feel a little less bright and edgy. But you know what? He is a production guy, so that makes sense. Completely agree. And plus, if you're behind the screen, you got to see. Because it was short enough that there were people behind the screen in the lower bowl.
Yeah.
So, anyways, Punk does this whole thing. There was a statement made that he went over, so that's why they sent Drew out at the time that they sent Drew, because Punk was going over on his time. So that's when Drew...
Okay. So how much money in fines from the FCC do you think that they got this week?
Lord. They beat
one
out...
from Punk.
For saying bitch?
He said bullshit.
Oh, did they not catch the shit part?
Well, they bleeped it, but still, you can't.
Oh, yeah, no, you have to.
You can't say that.
You pay for the bleeps. So yes,
they
there's that.
they bleep Rock like 6 times.
He said motherfucker. He said shit, bullshit, and fuck, like several times in that last promo. We'll get to that part.
While he was issuing
a smackdown,
a beatdown.
He was laying the smackdown on him.
He was laying the smack.
I won't lie. There were so many things that were said between Punk and Drew that I won't say them all. But one of my favorite lines was from Drew to Punk. He goes, "I know you don't drink, you don't smoke, but you're always in and out of rehab."
Yeah, that was a good one.
That one was good. Punk's one was, "Hey, you're the chosen one, right? Go ahead, say his name. Say the man that says you're the chosen one."
Yeah.
But he didn't say that. He can't say the name.
Yeah.
Can't say that name.
That's a boo-boo.
Another favorite thing was Drew getting onto the announce table as he's sitting down with his kilt.
Don't shoot up my
kilt, you perv.
Don't shoot up my kilt.
Don't shoot up my kilt, you perv. Anything that Drew said was amazing.
Yeah, I mean,
like, it just was.
Realistically, he's embracing a funnier side
of a heel,
of the heel character, and I love it.
So he's been crushing it on social media lately too. On that's gonna hurt. Oh God! Stop!
Not on the rail. Oh God!
Close.
I thought he was gonna fucking suplex him on the railing.
Sweet. So obviously they were in Chicago, and Drew said, "I was craving some good food, so I got in my rental car and I drove to this wonderful place." And it was CM Punk's, I believe it's his bakery that he has in Chicago. He goes, "I guess I'll go and buy something." He goes up to the door. "Oh, look, how would you think of that? Closed on Mondays and Tuesdays. must taste like shit anyway. As he's wearing a CM Punk shirt and spray painted across, it says Drew McIntyre on it.
That's fantastic.
He's killing it. He's doing such a good job.
I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it.
And if they don't give him the title at Mania, it would be a disservice to all the work he's done for everything right now.
Well, it's kind of hard to, but on the flip side of that, it's kind of hard to put your heavyweight title on a non-contracted talent.
Crack?
Yes.
Who's non-contracted?
That would be Drew McIntyre.
I know. So that's the thing. Do you get a deal done before WrestleMania to square away the title reign, or we haven't talked about it, but there have been people out on the social media universe that have called us both out about why aren't we talking about the Money in the Bank cash-in? Why aren't we saying anything about why he hasn't cashed in yet? Why is he not doing this yet?
Has it been relevant in the last 4 months?
I agree.
Oh, no, it fucking hasn't.
It hasn't been relevant.
And as soon as it becomes relevant again, then we'll talk about it again.
Yeah, because at this point, I think he's going to be a little preoccupied with a massive-ass ladder match to keep his tag team titles with Finn.
I mean, realistically, I don't see them walking out as tag champions.
I do. Even though I think it's going to be a great match. It's going to remind me of...
I think that the Awesome Truth's going to win.
Well, they're hot right now, too. I love the resurgence of the Awesome Truth.
But
I think they'll either put it on them or they'll put it on DIY more than anybody else. DIY's hot right now, too.
Well, I guess it depends on who qualifies from SmackDown. But none of those tag teams are really relevant.
Exactly. So I think you're going to give it to DIY, or they do what they say they're going to do and finally split up the titles. And if you win it, you get to stay on your show and keep your titles, and then they have another tournament for another tag team titles on the other show.
Or you get... Here's a scenario for you. Hypothetically, you have somebody from Raw and somebody from SmackDown climbing up the ladder at the same time.
And they both pull?
And they pull...
simultaneously?
So the SmackDown guy pulls the blue belt, the Raw guy pulls the red belt.
And then you have both the GMs come out.
And then you have dueling tag team champions. That is also a massively large hypothetical.
Massive.
But
it could happen. Anything can happen.
And I would love nothing more than to see the Archer of Infamy, Damian Priest, cash in that fucking briefcase at WrestleMania and win the belt.
So it would have to be at night 2.
Yeah.
Unless somehow like after the tag team main event is over and Cody, like somehow Seth is like dead in the middle of the ring and then he cashes in there.
Well, and who's to say that, you know, well, obviously that would be the perfect time because Rollins is going to be beat up.
Oh, yeah.
From the night before.
100%.
And McIntyre is going to be
fresh
as a daisy.
Fresh as a daisy. There's a lot of hypotheticals, but we're only halfway through Monday Night Raw. Auditorial listeners, we will be right back.
We have made such amazing progress on this podcast journey and are pumped to share our first sponsor with you guys tonight, Dubby Energy. Dubby is on a mission to change the game and create a better future for energy drinks, and we are so excited to partner with them. Dubby is your taste buds' favorite energy drink that comes with all the good stuff and none of the crash. Formulated with vitamins, amino acids, and nootropics, including their patented Neurofactor. Dubby gives you clean energy and laser focus without any fillers, maltodextrin, or anti-facial colors. Just mix 1 scoop with 8 ounces of cold water and you're ready to tackle whatever the day throws at you. Even better, Dubby ships worldwide, so whatever corner of the world you're listening to us from, you can enjoy it too. With some awesome flavors and growing following, See what all the buzz is about and get on board with the clean energy movement. Try it today with our exclusive promo code available to all GQ podcast listeners. With the promo code of GQPOD10. Once again, it is GQPOD10. Do better with W.
Welcome back, auditorials.
We have returned.
Even though we weren't gone, we were only gone for a little bit. So thank you. With that being said,
My God, he's got the ring bell.
I will say this. There was a match on Monday Night Raw that I wanted to be really good, and it turned out great. Ricochet's match was amazing.
Yeah.
Like, he is starting to finally get a push again as a singles competitor, not as a weird tag team with Braun Strowman, not as a... He turned into Dolph Ziggler for a little bit, where he was always losing. He was always getting his butt beat.
Mm-hmm.
And now he won on a shooting star press.
He's 3-0 against the Judgment Day.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
So, did you catch the comments from the commentators about him being like a puma?
Like, you mean like
he's being very puma-like?
He's quick like a puma.
I was like,
Wow, we're getting real teeter-totter.
I'm just sitting there and I'm thinking to myself, fucking stop!
Well,
God!
So did you catch... So obviously Michael Cole said that. Did you catch what Pat McAfee said? He goes, I didn't think we could be quick like pumas. And then they lost it. Because you're teetering that fine line with copyright infringement with other companies.
No other company owns that. Lucha Underground's no longer in business.
It's still an ownership namesake. It's owned by somebody. It wasn't filed just by Lucha Underground. It was fined by somebody. That's a bright light. Oh.
And the winners of the match between the Young Bucks and Private Party is the Young Bucks.
Shocking. So surprised. He's shaking his hand. He's dabbing him up. Another match that tickled my fancy because they used his proper name when they introduced him, and I want to make sure you understood the proper name of this individual. His name is Big Bronson Reed. Actually, what they said was Big Bronson Reed when they brought him out against Sammy. Yeah.
You know what match I really enjoyed? Andrade and Giovanni Vinci.
Oh, you're just gonna completely pass?
Yeah.
Why would you?
I do not acknowledge that at all.
You acknowledge Big Bronson Reed.
I acknowledge Bronson Reed.
No.
Yes.
That's not his name. His name is Big. Like, it's right above it. Big Bronson Reed.
So his legal name is Big Bronson Reed?
Yep. His legal Christian name is Big Bronson Reed.
So it says Big Bronson Reed on his driver's license?
On his birth certificate and all.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I hate you right now.
Just right now?
Yeah.
Only right now?
Yeah.
Why not any other time?
Anyways. Andrade and Vinci, the match was... I thought it was really good.
So,
and
he obviously got scrapped because he was supposed to face half of the Viking Raiders.
He was supposed to be in there with Ivar, and Ivar I don't know that he got hurt.
So it was said that he had a boo-boo, and he got scrapped because he was not able to perform due to a previous injury. So then you get Giovanni Vinci, who hasn't really done anything since his concussion.
Giovanni Vinci looked great. I'm sorry.
Wow.
Sorry.
Giovanni Vinci.
Sorry.
Why would you belch out of Giovanni?
That.
What?
Makes me want to vomit.
There's a lot of women on the screen. You got to be more specific.
The one walking.
The one that was walking?
Yeah.
Oh, well, her name is Mercedes Monet.
Her name is Sasha Banks.
Her name is Mercedes.
Sasha Banks? Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks.
Mercedes.
Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks.
Tony Hawk's on the screen.
Bill Oceansbury.
It's Tony Hawk.
Look at that idiot with his broken foot.
Not Tony Hawk. I like Tony Hawk.
I said the other guy.
Oh,
the
that
other
guy.
the other idiot with his broken foot.
Anyways, you said.
Oh no, he can't climb Mount Everest. Oh no. Oh.
So,
oh no.
So, oh my God.
But no, Andrade and Giovanni Vinci was a great match.
So I was watching Logan Paul's, Impulsive this week because they have Rhea Ripley on, and Logan did say the whole thing with Andrade. Like he goes, it's a really good, segue between Dom, and she goes, but I'm always gonna love my Dom, but also Andrade is equally more better than Dirty Dom, but I have seen a lot of comments that they don't believe Andrade will be able to be pushed over in WWE because it's the same thing that he was doing in AEW, and it wasn't relaying with fans as much. So that's why they try to put him on screen more, try to talk to him with the Judgment Day a little bit more. I think it'll work, but again, I don't think people can really relate to Andrade because I don't think they ever, got attached to Andrade in WWE because they never utilized him correctly the first time. They only used him in NXT. And then AEW didn't utilize him as much because he got hurt and he was gone, and there was contractual things, there was things with Charlotte, there was a lot of things behind the scenes. So maybe Triple H does it a little bit better this time and does stuff with Andrade, but what do you think of Andrade?
I fucking love Andrade.
El Idolo?
I liked him in NXT when he was Andrade Cien Almas. I liked him when he came to the main roster the first time and was just Andrade.
Mm-hmm.
I liked him but he came out, his entrance was
Idolo.
well, it was different.
Mm-hmm.
And then he went to AEW, and I'm pretty sure he wrestled like 6 matches.
But they were all on Collision or Rampage.
Yeah. So now he's back, and like you said, I really hope that they do something with him this time, because prime example of why Andrade is amazing is the moonsault off the top. The opponent rolls away and he just does another moonsault. Like, there's not a lot of athletes on that roster that can do that.
No, there's not. You're not wrong.
Maybe a handful. Not including Andrade.
Right.
Also, you brought up Rhea Ripley.
I did bring up Rhea Ripley.
Did you? So, I'm
You're
sure
gonna bring up the stink
that
face.
you've seen the stink
You're gonna
face.
bring up the stink face. Okay.
But
You didn't vomit.
on Twitter,
You didn't vomit.
the clips of her doing that and then Buddy responding saying, "That's me every night."
Me every night.
And then her replying to that saying,
Ooh.
"He's not wrong."
Well, my favorite thing was I loved one, it was at a house show.
Right.
2, it was against Nia Jax, but my favorite part about it was Shayna Baszler.
Dropping down in the corner.
She did the Rico.
Yeah.
And if you're not familiar with what we're talking about, back in the day when, good old Kishi, Mr. Rikishi himself, was the king of the stink face, there was a famous moment where Kish threw the guy into the corner. He was laying there ready to go for the stink face.
And he wedged up.
He pulled up that, and cheeks were ready to go. Well, if you don't know who Rico was back in the day, Rico was very flamboyant, and it was never fully said.
He was a very androgynous character.
It was just never fully,
much like Gold Dust.
It was never fully said if he was gay or any
He
short,
was androgynous.
but he was very, very flamboyant with the way he had things. And he ran into the ring. He requested
Anna Jay on Dynamite.
Yes.
Okay.
requested, some chapstick, and he laid in that corner and
Got all excited.
he got a big face of Samoan thunder in his face.
Samoan Thunder.
So then, this past week on a house show, Shayna Baszler played the role of Rico and did the same thing. And if you were a male or female in that audience, you got to see a whole lot of ass of Rhea Ripley shaken for all the world to see. And it has been played and played and played and played everywhere and shared everywhere. Like we said, Buddy. Now, what I thought was amazing on Impulsive is that she does reference Buddy, and she says AEW in the podcast.
Well, because Logan asked her about it, like how that works with them being in different companies.
Yeah.
Yada, yada.
And she goes, you know what? I'm crushing it here in WWE. And she goes, and Buddy, she kept on saying, my partner was and has been wrestling for 15 years and had great success here in WWE, and he's having great success in AEW with the House of Black, and he's seeing a lot more things with it. And he said he's happy there. I'm happy here. She goes, but if the roles were reversed and he had a lady like me having my dom-dom, I wouldn't allow him to do it because I couldn't do it. Because she's jealous. That's what she said full-fledged. She's like, I'm a jealous person. I can't not. She goes, but Buddy has been the greatest supporter of this whole thing with me and Dom. She goes,
yeah, I mean, because realistically, we all know that Buddy Matthews could
kill. Yeah.
He would unalive Dominic Mysterio.
Very much so.
But on the same coin, though, I think him and Dom are actually
they're great friends.
Good friends.
Well, because there was a storyline when Buddy was in WWE that he was with Dom's sister
Yes.
and in WWE, and that's when he got to know Buddy a little bit closer. So that's why Buddy approved this whole thing with Dom and Rhea and the Judgment Day and all this and yada yada yada.
Yeah,
I think the whole interview with Logan Paul and Rhea was top notch. She did a great job. So did Logan. But a lot of things can happen with Rhea as well on WrestleMania, because on Monday there was a face-off between her and Becky, and I got to see Becky Lynch cold cock Dom Mysterio in the face so hard that I went, "Holy shit! He got punched in the face!"
Pretty sure that was my reaction too. Like, she legit just punched him,
clocked him
in the fucking mouth,
clocked him, to a point where Pat McAfee did a play-by-play and zoomed in on Dom's face as
Slow-mo.
his jaw goes
Slow-mo.
Slow-mo.
Yeah.
I was like, great. Oh my gosh! And then they battled back and forth, which and we've voiced our opinions on this. We don't see Rhea losing it to Becky at WrestleMania on Sunday. Oh, sorry, in 2 weeks. But this is also goes without saying too. Becky Lynch's current contract expires in 2 months as well.
I'm pretty sure
she has not.
No, I'm saying her and Seth. I'm pretty sure their contracts are over
in 2 months.
Shortly after Mania.
Yeah, 2 months. They did it up to the end of I think it's the beginning of May, somewhere along those lines. So 2 months. So, like we said, it's kind of the same thing with Drew. They're not going to give the title to somebody that has an expiring contract.
Right.
So Rhea, she's going to retain at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Now, I don't like to bring this name up for the sake of you don't like this woman. But
she's on SmackDown. I don't care.
But they are starting to pair it up where Jade might be the next up-and-comer to take the title away from Rhea. Yes, she's on SmackDown. Correct. But they're also grooming her to be the next big thing in WWE to a point where she might win the
She's
title.
going to be Brock Lesnar?
Well, she was in AEW.
No, that was Goldberg.
Same thing.
Not really. One of them's bald.
Balding on the other one.
And doesn't request inappropriate things from people who can't be named on this podcast anymore. I don't want to get sued.
I don't like to do that either.
I don't want to get canceled.
I don't either. I like doing this. It's actually fun for me.
Right.
But Jade is actually on TV on SmackDown on Friday.
I saw that.
Friday. But yeah, Rhea will she'll retain. She'll retain at WrestleMania.
I think so.
There's no such thing. So there has been inklings that Hulk Hogan is going to be involved at WrestleMania this year.
Is he just going to show up?
I think there's going to be a when it comes crashing down and it hurts inside with the fucking boas and everything. It'll happen. Now, he might get booed out of the arena.
Not going to lie, I'm kind of here for that.
He might get booed out of the arena. It's in Philly.
I don't care.
Excuse me.
What if he comes out as Hollywood Hogan? Yeah. You hear. You just hear NWO.
It would be weird without Scott.
Well, Nash isn't going to be there either. He has already stated on Click This that he's not going to be in Philly because
Really?
he has other obligations.
I
mean, good for him.
It is good for him.
Or he comes out, Hogan comes out in a DX shirt. Here, are you ready?
Oh God, I don't know. I don't know if now the reason why they're bringing Hulk out is because of the video game. He's heavily
He's
promoted.
been heavily promoted for the game.
Like in the opening promo, it's Hunter pushing your character out, and it's Hogan at WrestleMania 3, like ready to go. So they've promoted a lot of him. So I can imagine why they'd have Hogan there. They're probably like on Monday Night Raw at the end when Rock's beating the ever loving crap out of Cody. Nobody's dumb in WWE. They're doing things on purpose. There's a reason why that big giant semi was lit up with John's face and Steve's face. I'm just saying, they're not stupid. It's dark as shit everywhere else. There's another semi right there, and it's not lit up.
Right.
But the one to the right has John's face lit up, Steve's face lit up, which makes me think, are we going to get a Cena sighting at WrestleMania? Are we going to get a Stone Cold sighting at WrestleMania?
Yes, and probably yes.
Now, you've also stated that the best person for Paul Heyman's induction is Steve Austin.
And I am gonna stick.
Are you going to double down on that?
I'm gonna stick to that.
You're going to double down on that. Okay. Cena, he already made a statement on one of the talk shows. I think it was Kimmel, or it could have been Fallon, that he said, I'm free that weekend. My calendar is wide open. But they have not asked me to do anything. But for a fact, Cena will be there. He's going to be at the show. It's WrestleMania 40.
He's that weird cousin from Boston.
My weird cousin from Boston.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I don't know. Does WrestleMania need John Cena?
No.
No?
But does WrestleMania need Steve Austin?
It's like the same thing. The reason why we're seeing Hulk Hogan, I think they're all there to help promo the game.
Yeah.
I think because they're all heavily promoted with Steve Austin in there. Same thing. Holy Canadian Destroyer.
Nope. That was
no,
Code
you're
Red.
right. What is it called?
Code Red.
Thank you. Everybody's been doing it lately. Just saying. Anywho.
Jesus.
You had something to bring up
about
NXT.
Yes.
What is your thing that you wanted to speak about NXT?
Did you see the clip of so Otis had Braun Breaker up on his shoulders and they were going to do a doomsday device. It was him and Akira Tozawa.
Yep.
And Tozawa comes off the top. Breaker catches him, flips backwards into a slam. That was quite possibly one of the most Jesus Christ, that was whiplash.
Willow just kicked the soul out of Anna Jay.
The roll off into the like body slam, and then that I thought that was an incredibly athletic move by a rather large man. He's 250 pounds.
Otis or Braun? Braun Steiner is
Braun
Steiner.
Breaker.
Steiner.
Breaker.
Steiner.
Breaker.
Steiner.
Breaker.
Steiner.
Breaker.
Break who?
I'm gonna break my shoe across your head.
That's not a chancla. You can't do
Breaker.
that. You're not Hispanic.
Braun Breaker.
Steiner.
Breaker.
Steiner.
No one has even ever said Braun Steiner.
I think it should be. I think they
sure
should.
You're dumb.
Well, that
see there you get. See,
but Braun,
you heard it here first.
But Braun Steiner seems like it's a good name.
It sounds awful. Awful.
Awful.
Sounds horrible.
A lot of things sound horrible, but yet things happen. Just
I don't think it's gonna happen.
Did you also see the viral clip of Matt Riddle almost killing Kalisto?
I did see that. Yes.
In a high school gymnasium.
Yes, I did. I was like, oh, sweet Jesus, that could have ended way worse than it did.
It's funny is that they actually had Matt Riddle was on Van Vliet's podcast this past week.
Willow gets the dub.
And Van Vliet actually asked Riddle if he ever got asked back to WWE, would he come back? And he said, I'll answer you like this. If they bring back CM Punk, the door's always open for me to come back to.
Yeah, but you can't get released from the company for failing due to cocaine and cocaine accessories.
I'm just saying, he, for somehow reason, thinks that Riddle's door is wide open still to come back to the WWE. Now, I don't think that is the case. It's kind of like Kalisto. That's why he's wrestling in house shows for New Japan. Or whatever house show he was even at. It was some no-name house show that I've never even heard of, that they're literally in a high school gymnasium.
Yeah.
But what can you say? What can you do? I really don't know. It's just one of those things. But, like, for example, we have a house show coming up here that has All Ego Ethan Page.
Yeah, I saw that.
And, of course, like every time they come to town, it's a weekend with children that we're not able to attend said event.
Yep.
But, again, we'll find ways. But speaking of events that we're going to attend, this past week in the state of Minnesota, there was a meeting about events that are coming up within the next next year. You know, they do a 12-month radius.
Right.
And they said, yeah, we have these things coming up, da-da-da-da-da. And then there's one event that we can't announce yet, but it will bring a massive amount of revenue to the city of Minneapolis and the state of Minnesota.
I don't know.
And I say this saying that there has been public record that they have just outbid Las Vegas.
How is that possible?
I don't know, but Minneapolis is somehow, some way outbid Vegas for WrestleMania next year. Now, I will say this as a public record right now. If Minneapolis somehow wins the bid for WrestleMania, I'm going.
Go to StarCast.
I will go to WrestleMania. I will somehow, some way figure out money. Traveling's not hard.
I will sell a kidney.
I will sell a testicle. Not using them anyway. Might as well sell one. 25 grand right there. Give me that money. I'll go on up there.
Donate that to science.
What are they going to stare at? Something that doesn't use?
Realistically, yeah, going to WrestleMania would be great, but it's all of the other events.
Oh, 100%.
That
just go
revolve around
Starcade,
the gravity. I would
the
love,
store.
I would love to go to Starcast, dude.
The store itself, all of the other events that lead up to it. There's one that they've been. They're bringing back all the props that are in. Oh my god, in the archives.
Stanford. Yeah.
And they're bringing them out and they're showing them off. That's what I would go. I would spend hours just gawking at everything.
My thing would be being able to go to Starcast and networking for the podcast.
Yeah.
So that would be my biggest thing. And honestly, if they go to Minneapolis and they do Starcast in Minneapolis, Eric Bischoff's going to be there because that's where he's from.
Yes.
You can't do Starcast without Conrad Thompson.
Yep.
Realistically, for me, the bang for the buck would be being able to go to Starcast, meet these people, network for the podcast, potentially pick up another sponsor or two, and do that. But yeah, I mean, if Minneapolis does wind up getting it, then great.
I'll find a way.
Good for them.
I'll find a way. I don't know how I do it. Take out a loan, sell my body. I don't know how I'll do it, but I'm going to figure out a way to drum up several thousands of dollars to go to both nights.
Taking donations.
Well, gladly. I have no issue. I have no. I'll beg, plead.
Oh,
I think if people know us well enough that this is like going to the Super Bowl. It really is.
I'd rather go to WrestleMania.
If my team's in the Super Bowl, if your team ever makes it to the Super Bowl, yeah, I know it's been a while.
My watch died 30 years ago.
What about yours?
Never.
Non-wins.
I don't even have that watch.
Yeah, well, you went to one.
Yeah,
I think.
How'd that go?
You got piss pounded.
Right.
Who'd you lose to?
I don't want to talk about it.
But I don't remember who you lost to.
I don't either.
Denver? No. New England?
Yes.
Well, who was it?
It was an AFC clash in the Super Bowl.
Who was it? Now it's going to bother me. I realized what I said, but I don't remember now.
I can smell smoke. His brain's starting to
It's
fry.
unfortunate is that I'm really good at this, but I don't remember who you guys faced in the Super Bowl. I won't even look. With that being said, auditorials will be right back.
We have made such amazing progress on this podcast journey and are pumped to share our first sponsor with you guys tonight, W Energy. W is on a mission to change the game and create a better future for energy drinks, and we are so excited to partner with them. W is your taste buds' favorite energy drink that comes with all the good stuff and none of the crash. Formulated with vitamins, amino acids, and nootropics, including their patented neurofactor. W gives you clean energy and laser focus without any fillers, maltodextrin, or anti-official colors. Just mix 1 scoop with 8 ounces of cold water and you're ready to tackle whatever the day throws at you. Even better, W ships worldwide, so whatever corner of the world you're listening to us from, you can enjoy it too. With some awesome flavors and growing following, see what all the buzz is about and get on board with the clean energy movement. Try it today with our exclusive promo code available to all GQ podcast listeners. With the promo code of GQPOD10. Once again, it is GQPOD10. Do better with W.
Welcome back, you auditorial listeners. So, every week, the last 2 weeks, BR Wrestling has come out with the top 50 wrestlers.
Not gonna lie, kind of like the Best Friends hoodie.
What is wrong with you? No.
I just like the color.
No.
What color is it?
I'm not playing that game with you, sir. Just saying. I'm not playing that game with you. Now I gotta go, and now I've lost the sight, and now I'm upset now because I was like,
It's your boy and his boys.
No.
With his stupid little thumbs up.
If you want to remind,
Anyways, we're gonna
remind
recap.
the people as I'm trying to pull this up, remind the people.
We're gonna recap 40 through 31 from last week. At number 40, we had the superstar Billy Graham. 39, we have Rob Van Dam. 38 was Owen Hart. 37 was Mr. Perfect, Kurt Hennig. 36 was The Animal, Dave Bautista. 35 was Ultimate Warrior. 34 was Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. 33 was the 5-time heavyweight champion, Booker T. Then we had Jake Roberts at 32 and Kane at 31.
So this is kind of like where
Good old Glenn.
The mayor.
Yeah.
Big Red Machine. So this kind of takes precedent in there. Usually we play the game of if I can stump Garrett. But with this list, this is also playing the game of stumping Garrett at the same time. Because I can give you accolades, and you can guess the guy, and guess the year, and guess how it goes. So at number 30, the accomplishments for this certain superstar. He is a 4-time Intercontinental Champion. He is a 2-time Hall of Famer. 2014 and in 2020. That is all of his accolades.
4-time Intercontinental Champion.
4-time Intercontinental Champion and 2-time Hall of Famer. Once in 2014 and once in 2020.
So once as a tag team competitor and once as a single.
No.
Or faction and a single.
Faction and a single. Do you want the decade?
Is it the 90s?
Definitely the 90s. A little bit of the early 2000s, but then he left and wrestled in other companies after the early 2000s. And went with his faction to the other companies as well. I will say he is one of your favorite wrestlers. And he has the best quote from his Hall of Fame speech to be ever have said in a Hall of Fame speech.
Took his faction to another company.
Mm-hmm. And if I say the quote, it'll give it away instantly. And if you need another clue, there's a clue in this living room. Just look at some photos. If you've never seen my living room, but there is a clue in I have wrestling memorabilia across my living room.
Is it Nash?
Nope. It's the other guy
So then it's Scott Hall.
Yeah. Bad times don't last,
Jesus.
but bad guys do. At 30, do you feel like that is an appropriate ranking?
Yeah.
For the bad guy, Scott Hall.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. At number 29, we have a 7-time WWF and E Women's Champion, a Hardcore Champion, and a Hall of Famer in 2013.
13. Is it Molly Holly?
Not Molly Holly, but in that same generation.
Ivory.
Not Ivory. Same generation, though. Think of the face of the women's division.
Is it fucking Trish?
It was Trish Stratus at 29. You don't like that? You don't like Trish at 29? No? Why not?
I think her and Lita should switch.
Where's Lita at again?
49.
49. Okay. At 28, get ready. This person is a 2-time Intercontinental Champion. This person also is a WWE Women's Champion and is also a Hall of Famer in 2019.
Run the accolades by me one more time.
A 2-time Intercontinental Champion,
Mm-hmm.
1-time WWF Women's Champion, China at 28. Does that do China justice at 28?
I think so.
Okay. I agree. At 27.
And it really sucks that she'll never go in by herself.
I don't know. Now that Paul's in there, I think she will.
I don't know that she will.
At number 27, this person is a 6-time Raw Women's Champion, a 7-time SmackDown Women's Champion, a 2-time NXT Women's Champion, a WWE Divas Champion, a Tag Team Champion, and has also won the Women's Royal Rumble. Lot of accolades in there. Lot of accolades.
Well, let's see. Asuka's already on here. So there's only like 2 other options. First, I'm going to go with the most glaringly obvious one in the Queen, Charlotte Flair.
That is correct. Charlotte Flair at 27. I can see why they put her there, though.
She's a little...
I can see why they put her there, though. It's because she's a current talent. I think it's appropriate because she's a current talent.
Sure.
At 26, this person is a 2-time WWE champion, a 1-time World Heavyweight Champion, a 2-time Universal Champion, a 2-time Intercontinental Champion, a 2-time United States Champion, 6-time Tag Team Champion, Money in the Bank winner, and a Royal Rumble winner.
Okay, so that threw my guess all the way off because he never won the Royal Rumble.
Who?
The Miz.
Okay.
Jesus.
I'll say him again. He is a 2-time WWE champion, a 1-time World Heavyweight champion, a Universal champion 2 times, Intercontinental champion 2 times, United States champion 2 times, Tag Team champion 6 times, Money in the Bank winner, and a Men's Royal Rumble winner.
Is it Edge?
It is not Edge. It is not Edge. If I give you the years of the Money in the Bank and the Royal Rumble, it'll give it away.
Is it Lesnar?
It is not Lesnar.
Was this in the 2000s and 2010? Well,
Current era. and is still wrestling on WWE. And don't overthink this.
Is it Roman?
No, but it's close.
Seth.
Seth at 26. Because he's a one-time what threw you off is the World Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah.
There's one-time World Heavyweight. If I said 2014 Money in the Bank, that gives it away for the sake of... Yeah. Anyways, at 25, this is a 4-time WWE champion, a 7-time World Heavyweight champion, 5-time Intercontinental champion, a 1-time WCW United States champion, 14-time Tag Team champion, King of the Ring winner, Money in the Bank winner, and a 2-time Royal Rumble winner. There's a lot of information there. And yes, this guy still wrestles. I will say it again. WWE champion 4 times. World Heavyweight champion, big gold belt, 7 times. Intercontinental champion, 5. WCW United States champion. Tag team champion 14 times. King of the Ring, Money in the Bank, and 2-time Royal Rumble winner. And yes, if I give you the year for Money in the Bank and Royal Rumble, it will give it away. Unfortunately, it will.
Still wrestling.
Still currently wrestling.
In WWE.
No. But he is still relevant.
That has to be Edge.
That is Edge. If I said Money in the Bank 05, it gives it away. And if I said Royal Rumble 2021, that really gives it away.
Yeah.
But yeah, 25.
I think that's appropriate.
Oh.
$24 is Bray Wyatt.
Okay.
Or is it just a long, long list of shit?
You will not agree with this. This is a 2-time WWE champion, a 1-time Intercontinental champion, 3-time Tag Team champion, Royal Rumble winner, and 2-time Hall of Famer. Wow. This actually, I might be really upset at this one. That one doesn't, it just, wow.
2-time Hall of Famer.
2-time Hall of Famer.
Okay. Run the accolades for me.
2-time WWE champion.
Mm-hmm.
1-time Intercontinental.
Mm-hmm.
3-time Tag Team champion. Royal Rumble winner. And a 2-time Hall of Famer. One with a faction and one as himself.
Give me the era.
Okay. 1970s to 2000s to the mid 2000s. Actually, even into the 2010s.
Ron Simmons.
No. You're in the right era, but it's going to piss you off.
White guy?
White guy.
Not that really fucking helps me.
I'm reading their description of why they put him this low. I am so confused.
Is this fucking Ric Flair?
Ric Flair at 24.
I just lost a little bit of respect for the folks over at Bleacher Report.
Now, what they said was the BR panel took into consideration the quality of his work with WWE, the fact that he was consistent main event talent throughout being directly responsible for shaping 2 superstars who joined him on the list. This is the reason why he was so low on it, because they didn't take into the fact of NWA, WCW, anything along those. They just did specifically WWE. I don't agree with that at all.
I don't either.
Wow. Okay. At number 23, this is a 2-time Raw Women's Champion, a 4-time SmackDown Women's Champion, a NXT Women's Champion, a 1-time Tag Teams Champion, and a Royal Rumble winner.
Becky Lynch.
Becky Lynch at 23. Really, I am not a fan of this portion of the list so far. Okay, this is a 4-time WWE champion, a 1-time World Heavyweight Champion, 1-time Intercontinental Champion, 1-time United States Champion, 2-time Tag Team Champion, and a Money in the Bank winner.
So this is 2010s.
Yeah. 10 to now. 10 to now, yep. Oh, excuse me.
Still wrestling?
Still wrestling.
In WWE?
No. But is still relevant. It's a name that you would normally never guess either. But yes, still relevant and still in wrestling to this day.
In AEW.
In AEW. And I could give you a really big hint that you'll get it right now.
Is it Christian?
No, it's not Christian. Christian only won the heavyweight. He's number 1 WWE. If you'll think about your shirt.
Is it Kurt Angle?
No. He's not currently wrestling AEW.
Oh, that's true.
But just think about your shirt.
So he's there, but he's injured.
Nope, he's wrestling. He's there. He actually wrestled this past week, I believe on Collision or something like that. He's been doing a lot of New Japan stuff with Zack Sabre.
Oh, Vegan Superman.
Vegan Superman at 22. I am not agreeing with this portion of the list so far.
Yeah, he's too high.
And oh my god.
This is the first time you've looked at this too?
Yeah, I didn't look at it on purpose. On purpose. I wanted to have an actual reaction. I don't agree with this one either. This is a 9-time WWE champion, a 5-time World Heavyweight Champion, big gold, 5-time Intercontinental, 2-time European, 3-time Tag Team, King of the Ring winner, and a 2-time Royal Rumble winner. I don't agree with this one.
Is this Hunter?
This is Hunter. And it says, perhaps the preconception influenced the views of the BR panel when deciding Triple H placements on this list. Simply looking at his achievements and influence on WWE both on and off screen, he would appear to be more deserving and a far higher spot on the list. Even more so taking into consideration his role as Chief Content Officer. What do you think of that mid portion of the list?
Well, let's see. That one should be lower. That one is good. That one should be higher. That one should be higher. That one's good. That one should be higher. That one should be lower. That one shouldn't be on the list, and that one should also be higher.
Ric Flair is a top 10. Hunter is a top 10. So whatever they have for the next 2 weeks,
It better be real fucking good.
it better be really good, because honestly, I'm really upset about that portion of the list. I purposely... What just happened?
iPad storage full.
That's not even true. That's still there, so that's good at least. Wow.
Well, all right.
Keep going.
Audio people out there, if you've been watching on the YouTubeage, you will notice that this week's
Nah. Luckily, I've got another way of doing this.
broadcast.
Allow. Luckily, I can do this because I have another thing.
Oh,
Well,
we're back. Hello.
That was really weird.
Okay.
Oh, would you like me to turn up the volume or something?
Swerve Strickland with the best overall singles record of the year. But Taz, the Alpha Canoes get to catch that. Maybe Swerve's biggest challenge yet. And his biggest roadblock is getting Samoa Joe, of course. Yeah, we'll see. That definitely could be. Takeshita is legit, but so is this man coming out here right now.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Now, luckily, I have a backup. Not sure what happened, but that was very odd.
It said the memory's full.
Which is not possible because it's like a 300 gig iPad, so I'm not really sure what's going on. But whatever. Luckily, we're at the end of the podcast anyway, so it kind of worked out great.
But it said it's full.
I don't believe it at all. But I'm going to go back through and make sure it's okay. Anywho,
What's it?
with that being said, that's the end of the podcast. You have anything else to add besides how frustrated that list is?
Dude, but it is like the creative process in this business that we so love and enjoy. It's subjective.
It is.
And you're not, I mean,
Oh, look at those shoes.
You're not going to get the same list from everybody, which is totally fine. People have their own opinions, and
Yeah, that's why people listen to us. And
BR just kind of shit the bed.
Just for that portion.
My opinion.
Just for that portion.
Right.
But
Yeah, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
I mean, it's a nice subjective list that and it's nice to hear what other people have to think.
So far, like they adding women to the list is kind of nice to see, because mostly it's usually been men. So, yeah. Anyways, with that being said, it is the end of the podcast. You can follow us on all of the social media everywhere. You
Follow us on any social media anywhere.
TikTok, Instagram, YouTube is all GQ Wrestling Podcast.
Literally just look up literally anywhere.
We're everywhere. And just auditorial people, if you want to watch us on the YouTube, it is GQ Wrestling Podcast. Again, you could search for it's going to pop us. We're literally right there. Boom, logo, done. So, yeah. And obviously, every week we talk about it. We're very glad we can do this. Thank you for the people who are, buying the merch, buying W, supporting us on a weekly basis, and even watching the shorts, watching our clips, watching anything. It's really just it helps us get our names out there, helps us get more views, and gets our everything just getting started. Yeah. Obviously we've been doing this for less than a year, but 41 weeks of this, it's kind of nice to, see some success with it. Not everything happens overnight. It is not a same day success kind of a thing. And we're okay with that. Actually, when I was listening to Chris Van Vliet's podcast, it took him 8 years to finally catch the momentum he's finally on right now.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm in for the long haul. This is a fun thing for us. And then, eventually when we are able to travel and go to Monday Night Raws and Friday Night SmackDowns and meet these wrestlers that we love so very much and be able to do more things, and getting the name out there is gonna
call Bryan Danielson vegan Superman to his face.
It's just gonna be it's a long process, but on the long run, Wouldn't have it any other way. I'm very happy to keep doing this on a weekly basis. Like we say every week, no one asked us to do this. And yet now, I get asked if we're doing this every single week. It's kind of weird.
Nice.
People like our content on TikTok and YouTube. With the TikTok ban still luminant out there, you could still catch us on Instagram. You could still catch us on YouTube Shorts. They're still out there. So any of our clips, please like and share. We're always out there. That's the best way of getting it out. Link will be in the bio for the merch. Link will be in the bio for Dubby.
Yeah.
Again, we say this on a weekly basis. We thank you so much. Thank you for watching us. Two dum-dums in Iowa doing wrestling things. Who'd have thunk it? So, with that being said, we bid you and all of the people out there, the humanoids of the world, we thank you all. We bid you adieu. We thank you and good night and bang. I have things to look at. Doo-da. I have a feeling stuff that's on my phone is pairing to that thing and it's taking up all my stuff.
We have made such amazing progress on this podcast journey and are pumped to share our first sponsor with you guys tonight, Dubby Energy. Dubby is on a mission to change the game and create a better future for energy drinks, and we are so excited to partner with them. Dubby is your taste buds' favorite energy drink that comes with all the good stuff and none of the crash. Formulated with vitamins, amino acids, and nootropics, including their patented neurofactor. Dubby gives you clean energy and laser focus without any fillers, maltodextrin, or anti-official colors. Just mix 1 scoop with 8 ounces of cold water and you're ready to tackle whatever the day throws at you. Even better, Dubby ships worldwide, so whatever corner of the world you're listening to us from, you can enjoy it too. With some awesome flavors and growing following, see what all the buzz is about and get on board with the clean energy movement. Try it today with our exclusive promo code available to all GQ podcast listeners. With the promo code of GQPOD10. Once again, it is GQPOD10. Do better with Dubby.